Yes, it's time once again for your weekly dose of W3L Wrestling Showdown goodness, and I have got some big news for you. Our heels have barely cooled after 7 Deadly Sins weekend. I'm sure you've already watched the first night of 7 Deadly Sins that we gave you for free right here on the W3L Network, and I'm sure you subscribed to get that right. If you haven't, just hit the subscribe button, one click, that's all you need. But nothing beats seeing W3L live, and so we're going to be heading back out with another huge live event coming up in August. Last year we successfully ran the Ice Arena in Kirkcaldy for a massive event, our Showdown Summer Spectacular, that you had to be there live to see. And this year we're doing it all again. It goes down on Saturday, August the 4th at the Ice Arena in Kirkcaldy. It's the Showdown Summer Spectacular, and we've got a very special guest making his W3L debut. He's a stand-up comedian, a podcaster, a professional wrestler. He's done it all. Colt Cabana is coming to the Worldwide Wrestling League on August the 4th for the Showdown Summer Spectacular. Who will he face? What will he do? You'll find it in the weeks to come. I'll be telling you how you can get your tickets to the Showdown Summer Spectacular very, very shortly. But let's have a match first. A match that might indeed affect the Showdown Summer Spectacular, because it involves the W3L Heavyweight Championship and the man that currently holds it, the Rock and Roll Express, Blondie Barratt. You've seen him in previous weeks retaining that title at every turn. And once again, just like you've seen previously, the rule that states that if Barratt gets DQ'd, the title will change hands is in effect today in this match, as he defends against one half of the tag team champions, Jason Reed. Can this youngster with all the potential in the world overcome the wily veteran Barratt and become new heavyweight champion? Or is the Rock and Roll Express going to find yet another way to keep that strap around his waist? Let's all find out together by heading down to ringside for this week's match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce, who's doing Wrestling Showdown, and the heavyweight title is on the line once again. Blondie Barratt, the Rock and Roll Express, the W3L Hall of Famer, set to defend against the man who holds one half of the Tag Team Championship, that being Jason Reed. And you heard Barrett's comments, he obviously thinks if he can defeat Reed here tonight, he wants the Tag Team Championship. However, it is not on the line. Barratt, regardless of what happens, will not become Tag Team Champion here on Wrestling Showdown this week. Barratt sort of arguing with the audience. He's just biding his time, microphone in hand. He was going to say something to Barratt, but maybe he's just decided not to bother. Barratt just walked away from him. It was like a sign of disrespect when he even stand and listen to him. If you're a regular viewer of Wrestling Showdown, you will have seen Barratt defending that title countless times. This was like Resolution. As I was saying, between Blondie Barratt and John Short, I'm not really sure if I needed here this week on Showdown. However, I'll try and get a word in edgeways. As I was trying to say, Barratt won the heavyweight title at Wrestle. Yes, I think it's hopefully safe to talk now. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. It was Resolution 11 last year. Barratt won the Heavyweight Championship in controversial fashion, hitting Nathan Reynolds in the head with a chair to get it. And since that time at live events, and of course here on Wrestling Showdown, we have had Barratt defend that title against various opponents. John Short just ushering some young fans back to their seats. Nobody wants them to get trampled on by the wrestlers as they go flying out the ring. Whoever at a W3L show, please stay back from the ring if you don't mind, just out of safety, thank you. But Barratt has retained that title in controversial means, it has to be said. We've seen him be disqualified, we've seen him attack referees, he's done whatever it takes to get that victory. As he takes down Jason Reed with a handful of hair. It's an interesting note if you watched our live edition of Wrestling Showdown last year. You will have seen Blondie Barratt defending the heavyweight title against Reed's regular tag partner Kevin Williams. Barratt with a handful of hair again, the referee getting right in there to break it up. Again, Barratt no stranger to breaking the rules. The strange thing is that he's actually technically very good, and if he puts his mind to it, he can wrestle with the best of them. And of course, being from that so-called world of sport era, Barratt brings a certain flavour, a certain style to his technical aspect that you don't really get these days. So he does have those skills, he chooses not to use them. He backs him into the corner, doesn't need a handful of hate to do it though. And Barratt pushes him down. When we last saw Barratt just 2 weeks ago here in Showdown, defending the heavyweight title against Vortex in a rematch from the earlier encounter they had. And there was a stipulation in the match that Barratt got himself disqualified, that the title would automatically change hands. I believe that ruling is in place today. Barratt's mocking Jason Reed. So because Vortex ended up being disqualified in that match, Barratt slammed a chair against the ring and lay down. Of course, the referee thought that Vortex had hit Barratt with the chair. He hadn't, but that's what the referee thought, and as a result, Vortex was disqualified. So Barratt retained the title yet again. There's another handful of hair. Barratt showing a willingness to break every rule. Again, if you saw the live edition of Showdown from last year, a big many of having to commentate alongside Blondie Barratt. It's certainly a unique experience. He runs right through that shoulder block. Barratt up. And Reed with a hip toss. And a clothesline. Jason Reed generating some offense here. It looks like the high impact stuff is proving to be Barratt's bête noire. Barratt's walking away. Reed saying come back in, be part of this, let's get this one in the ring. But Barratt pulling him out by the foot and just got, I think, right in the eye, and then runs him face first into the apron. So Barratt's at his most dangerous when he's got you down, and right into the post. I'm sure I said before, those are rock solid posts. There's no giving them. Barratt and Reed just fighting on the floor there. If he's gone out, we'll give them out a 10 count. Barratt would be quite happy with a count out. We'll of course end up retaining that if that's the case. And they're setting turnbuckles. And down with the double axe handle. About a month or so ago, I saw Barratt in a tag team match. It was he and Luke Aldridge taking on Mike Nusso from Vortex. And it was Mike Nusso that ended up pinning Blondie Barratt in that match, rather unexpectedly. Something that Barratt not especially happy about, but it's the only kind of the only pinfall he's suffered since certainly becoming heavyweight champion. He's lost matches but always by DQ, so he's retained the title. For Jason, you've not seen him on Showdown since December of last year, as hard as that is to believe. We've seen Kev Williams a lot more. So of course Williams was part of the Wrestling Showdown Championship tournament. These other comments I've kept him out of W3L, but he was there at Remedy when he retained the Tag Team Championship, Kev Williams, against the then contingency plan of Dickie Divers and Taylor Bryden. Two men who definitely aren't seen eye to eye, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more about their issues in the weeks to come here on Wrestling Showdown. We've seen Williams be targeted a couple of times by Prince Assad and Sakiba Lee, who are angling for a tag team rematch. So they're waiting in the wings, certainly for the tag team title. So, if Jason Reed gains the victory here and becomes the heavyweight champion, how will that affect his team with Kevin Williams? Will he vacate the tag team championship to concentrate more on the heavyweight? I guess only time will tell. Barratt there, the head fighting, turning Reed's head at an awkward angle as he sits on his lower back, as the arms trapped as well. And you see Barratt just jabs him with that leg, cuts him in the ribs. It's the kidney, the liver, just basically the whole midsection, and then right in the forehead. No wasted motion with Blondie Barratt. Every single strike lands exactly where it needs to be, and you see Reed try to stay upright, he just couldn't. And Barratt right in there, the foot right across the throat. This is not going the way Reed likes. If you watched Jason Reed wrestle before, he's a much more explosive wrestler. There's much more high impact, a lot of speed, a lot of motion, and he's not getting the chance to do any of that. You can't generate any offense. Barratt's basically slowed him down to Barratt's pace, which if you're a champion, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to dictate the pace, and Barratt's been in for so long that of course he's going to dictate the pace. Jason Reed spun round. Barratt landed right on what looked like Reed's elbows, referee ruling it as an inadvertent attack, saying it wasn't a purposeful low blow. Barratt runs in the corner. There's the atomic drop. And another one. And Reed can barely stay upright. He crawls over to cover Barratt, who's grabbed the ropes, and hang on, Reed's changed his mind. He's hooked those ankles. And down goes Blondie Barratt. He tried to hold on, but it was still a bad landing. And he gets out the ring. Oh, and he slugs Reed with the ring bell. Now a lot of people have questioned why this won't lead to disqualification, and the reason is that Blondie Barratt's contract as heavyweight champion gives him a degree of flexibility as it pertains to the rules. Whenever you are the heavyweight champion W3L, obviously management do go some way towards accommodating you. So as a consequence, Barratt has a level of flexibility built into his contract, meaning that he's able to, he's grabbed the ring steps and he runs Reed into them. He has a degree of flexibility as it pertains to foreign objects and rule breaking. Too much in the referee can and will call it off, but there is to be some leniency shown. And this annoys a lot of fans, it annoys a lot of wrestlers as well. Unfortunately, that is just in terms of Blondie Barratt's heavyweight championship contract. It just shows the cunning that Barratt has. He's been around for so long, he knows what caveats he can put in his contract, what clause will be entered before he signs it. And management agreed to do that. Perhaps not thinking Barratt would have won the heavyweight title back at wrestling. There's the living legend John Short, just going to double check on Jason Reed. Getting into those steps just to make sure they can't be used against Reed again. Short has seen all of Barratt's shenanigans over the years. Up to a count of 7. Don't think Reed's going to get back in the ring. We're at 9, and Reed throws himself in, and C goes straight up, and Barratt clips his knee. He knows who the weak point is. Jason Reed desperate to prove he can hang, prove he can be heavyweight champion, as Barratt goes to the knee again. I think with Jason Reed there, he could have stayed out, he could have got counted out, he would have taken the loss, but it would have minimised further damage to his knee. However, he wants to get in, prove he's a fighting champion. He doesn't always get shots at the heavyweight championship, so he was not going to let this one slide. Roll back in, showing a lot of courage, guts and determination. Of course, Barratt then clips him with a couple of shoulders to the knee, and there was grapevine those legs around the ring post. It's a thick ring post, so Reed's already bad knees being worked on. We saw him suffer something of a knee injury at our live edition of Wrestling Showdown last year. Jumped to the top rope and his knee gave out, so I don't know if it's been nagging him for a while, if this is just pure coincidence that Barratt has attacked that knee again. Barratt goes right to the knee, and Reed trying to hold on. He tried to hold the ropes to prevent himself being knocked down, and it didn't work. Barratt turning him into half crab, and they're grabbing the ropes for extra torque, wrenching away. Reed's close to the ropes as well, although he quite realises that he's reaching out. And the referee at the corner of his eye thought he saw Barratt cheating using the ropes, but didn't catch him. The referee checking on Reed, and comes up, doesn't see it again. Close though. That's the problem, that he can't watch Barratt while watching Reed. You have to. Oh, he's caught him this time, and he kicks the hand away. Referee's not going to stand for that. Blondie Barratt does not like that at all. And if he pushes and the referee sends him flying. Don't mess with this guy. Put your hands on him and he will send you flying. And Barratt has perhaps bitten off more than he can chew. Oh, the referees in W3L know Barratt's shenanigans, and they're not going to stand for this. And Barratt just sitting there, not knowing what to do. This is giving Jason Reed a great opportunity to recover, to gain a few breaths, to try and clear his head, get some feeling back into his knee. Both men opposite sides of the ring. What's going to happen next? And it's Reed, and Barratt, I think, maybe slightly goaded him in and got a foot up and kicks right to the knee again. Reed valiantly trying to get back up, but you see Barratt wraps the knee around the rope, and he falls at a bad angle. I should have said. You can see his ankles hooked to the rope. Apologies. I'm getting flustered here. Jason Reed's legs going to be in all sorts of agony. He may have torn his patella tendon there. And Barratt stomping away again, mercilessly attacking that knee. Jason Reed though continuing to fight back. Even if he has to beat him on one leg, he's going to do everything he can to defeat Blondie Barratt, who kicks away at him. And a clothesline, and Reed, you see Reed trying to stay on his feet because he knows if he's on his back, it's just harder for him. Can't get away as easily. He's like a sitting duck for Blondie Barratt. But it's no good. Jason Reed struggling. Barratt with that experience edge you just cannot overcome. Been wrestling longer than Reed's been alive. Reed takes the elbow at the top of the skull, just a punch right to the face. And Jason Reed, you think at some point he might think about wanting to stop the match, wanting to quit, but he's not going to. He's shown a lot of fire, a lot of heart, a lot of determination, a lot of courage in W3L over the years. But he's only going about 3 years as well. He's only going to get better as time goes on. There's the reversal. Oh, the referee almost got hit. Reed charges in. And Barratt smacks Jason Reed. Certainly it's difficult being the third man in the ring to keep out the way in. Oh, almost again. Reed just stops himself short. Hang on, Barratt with the roll up. He folds Jason Reed up and scores the pinfall victory. Reed unable to kick out, and Barratt retains the title. Blondie Barratt, hang on, has grabbed the stairs. This match is over, and he's continuing the assault right to the back of the leg. And here comes Joey Legend. He says problems with Barratt. He almost got the title off him, but it was Barratt shenanigans at the end of last year that prevented that from happening. And Joey Legend chasing Blondie Barratt away, and Jason Reed spared further damage. It's like Barratt was going to cripple him permanently. Smacked him with the ring steps, and Barratt dives out the ring. He's not going to risk a 2-on-1 encounter. Jason Reed should be grateful for Joey Legend coming to his aid. See, Reed can barely stand on those legs. That left leg of his is in all sorts of agony.
Barratt retains that championship yet again. It's looking like it's going to be very difficult to get that title off, and will anybody ever do it? You'll find it in the weeks to come here on Wrestling Showdown, I am sure. Now, I mentioned before 7 Deadly Sins. Part 1 of 7 Deadly Sins. Night 1 from Muscle Barratt is already up on the W3L network. Thank you for watching it. I hope you subscribed. If you didn't, just do it. It won't cost you anything. One button click, that's it. Part 2, which took place in Dunfermline, with the semi-finals and the final, will be going up on W3L network very, very soon. You'll find out when in the not too distant future, because you'll have subscribed by then and you'll be notified as soon as it appears. And in addition to the semi-finals and the final on that show, we'll be seeing Blondie Barratt defend the Heavyweight Championship against Mike Musso in non-tournament action. Not one to be missed, so subscribe so you won't miss it. Now, if you want tickets for the Showdown Summer Spectacular, you can do that by heading to our website. We're at W3LWrestling.com. Buy them from there, and then go on to Facebook. Give us a like, click the events page as well. Follow us on Twitter, join us on Instagram, subscribe to this channel like I've said 5 times already today. Make sure you use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. Let us know who you want to see at the Showdown Summer Spectacular. Who should Colt Cabana face? What will happen? What's going to happen in the second half of 7 Deadly Sins? Get in touch with us using the hashtag. And then, of course, come back here in 7 days' time. I'm going to bring you more news from in and around the World Wide Wrestling. I'll bring you more top quality action. In a nutshell, I'll bring you more Wrestling Showdown.